this truck has very little rust. I could probably just clean it up and spray it with like Rust-Oleum, rust converter version, and do something like that. I know I don't want to use anything rubberized. Water can get behind it and then the water can't get out, and that's worse than just leaving it the way it is. I got some Dr. X. Now I only bought one thing of this because it's ridiculously expensive, and I'm just using a Windex spray thing here, and I'm going to go ahead and spray this on. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit, so probably not the most elegant solution. I was at Walmart and I intended to get a sprayer, but I forgot. So let's just get started with this. That works pretty good, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and continue spraying, and I'll be right back. Well, it covers really easy. I don't know how well it works, but we'll find out. Look at that. So I think I've used about a third of it so far. I just sprayed what I could see. Like I say, this is just to see if this is going to be worth my time. Now I got to let it sit for 15 minutes. I'll come back out and spray it all off. You're supposed to use the pressure washer. I just have a garden hose with a high pressure nozzle on the end. We'll just see how it does. Actually, it says let set for 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this off now. Let's see what we get. You're going to ask yourself, why was I doing this wrong? Why am I just using a pressure washer and doing it right? Well, because in order for me to do it right, I'm going to have to spend a lot more money. And I have no issue doing it right. Before I spend a lot more money on a power washer and a way to get my vehicle up in the air and a good sprayer so I can spray all this on, I wanted to make sure this Dr. X actually worked. I'm seeing really promising results even just using the garden hose. So I went out this morning and I took a peek. Now some of it doesn't look like it hardly changed at all, but some of it clearly changed and cleaned up a bit. So let's go out there and check that out. So I sprayed 2 times over the stuff. So I have 60 ounces left. I did find a spray bottle and I went and sprayed it in. It really doesn't look noticeably different here. So this doesn't necessarily look better, but maybe it is. But you can see the orange on the ground. It did come off. Some did come off. So, but look down here. Look at this. This is better. In fact, you can see up there where I didn't spray it, here where I did. This is like significantly better. But here's the deal, this stuff is not necessarily cheap. 1 quart is 25 bucks or so. So I have to figure out a couple things if I'm going to decide to use it. 1, how to get my vehicle high enough that I can easily get under there and spray it, because I don't have anywhere to do that. 2, buying a power washer or trying something else. I don't know. We're going to see if a power washer makes any difference. What I decided to do, because I don't have a power washer, is I found a bottle. I put the Dr. X in a spray bottle so it's a little easier to work with. And I'm going to go to the car wash. And so I'm going to spray it on, wait about 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to use the pressure washer at the car wash. And we're going to see if it takes it off any better than just using the garden hose with the spray nozzle. See if this thing will do a little better. It's showing promise, but I'm not sold at $25 a bottle just yet. Okay, so I'm back at the car wash and I've used just about half, just a little bit around half of this. It's 32 ounces is what comes with it for 25 bucks. I'm at, well, it might be at half. Just over 15 ounces, so it might be about half. I've used about half. So I've got this in a nice handy dandy sprayer. I'm gonna spray this all down now and let's see what we can find out. We'll say 10 ounces to spray all that. We'll just let it wait here for a little bit, and then in about 5 minutes we'll go ahead and wash it all off. It did do a bit better using a pressure washer. I still got some cleaning to do, but you can see, look at that. It definitely started removing stuff. You can see where certain areas started to come a little more clean, but it's a lot that it still didn't get, but it did get some. And right there, that came off with the pressure washer right away. I mean, it just literally just took it right off. But a lot, it still didn't touch. So, does Dr. X work? I would say that it does work. Is it worth $25 a quart? I have no frame of reference at this point. I wanted something I could spray on and wash off, because of course taking this vehicle apart and soaking its parts in solution is not going to work, obviously. So that's why I was attracted to the Dr. X. Now, there is the Rust-Oleum gel rust remover, and so I want to probably experiment with that as well, to kind of see how they compare. It's a lot cheaper, which means it probably won't, I don't know. We'll see what it does. But I can say at this point Dr. X does work. It doesn't work as good as I had hoped for my application. You can see that some places though it did pretty decent. The pressure washer did slightly better than using the garden hose, but not significantly. I'm going to do some other stuff here. I went ahead and got some of this foaming engine degreaser. I'm going to try to get this cleaned up a little more first from grease. It was cheap enough. It was only like $3, $4, $3 or $4 a thing. Another thing I got, I thought I would try it. This gel, but the problem is you can't even get this lid off. It's like child protected, so you can't really get it off. So it doesn't do like a spray pattern, it does a stream. Looks like that. So I'm sprayed it up here. We'll see how it does. But it's only $10 compared to 25, so it's about 60% or so less. But the sprayer is not as efficient. I'll try to spray it on like this maybe, and then let it run down. It does seem to adhere pretty good. I mean, it's a gel, so it's not like it's running down at a ridiculous rate. I just wish it had more of a spray instead of a stream. Okay, I'm going to take a break from spraying with this. If I could change this nozzle to a sprayer instead of a stream, that would make all the difference in the world, I think. Alright guys, I think you're going to see the clear winner here. So you don't need to high pressure it.
Unfortunately, I left this on a little long, so it's going to take me a little longer to rinse it all off. We went to eat. Here you can see what I hadn't sprayed yet. This is what I did with the Dr. X. This is what I did with the Rust-Oleum Rust Dissolver. Look at this. Now it sat on here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not using high pressure, I'm just using a garden hose. Like I say, it's taking a little longer for it to rinse all off. But look at that. That worked. That worked really well. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay. It's 60% less expensive than the Dr. X. And I say you could do this without even a pressure washer at all, honestly. Now that I'm getting this wet, it's starting to come off. You can see where it coagulated and was just kind of sitting there. You can see it hanging off. But as I get it wet, it's starting to come loose. Wow. That is more what I was looking to accomplish. A lot more. I don't like the spray mechanism. Yeah, look at that. So I'm still on the first bottle that I paid $10 for of this. Let's go ahead and get it sprayed in here. I decreased all this, so you know that's looking not bad from the Dr. X, but let's see what this will do. I hate the spray nozzle though, it's really tiresome. Look at that, you can literally see the rust just running right off of it. And the Dr. X didn't really do it. This is still the first bottle. That's what I got with the Dr. X after high pressure washing and everything. Let's see what happens. Look at that. A lot better. A lot better. You can see the gel dangling down there. I didn't quite get it rinsed good. I need to hit it again. So that was the Dr. X. I don't think I sprayed it with the Rust-Oleum. This is the side I sprayed with the Rust-Oleum. Yeah, you can clearly see the difference. It's getting there. Now I gotta figure out how to spray underneath this thing with that stuff.